Can you feel the Friday Live weekly evaluation vibe today? Yes, it's true, it's happening right now. I wonder if you can see me. That's the first thing I need to find out. But first again, I have to check the audio. Did I ever tell you guys that I have a secret career as a singer? It's true. It's true. That's how I make all my money. Let's see if we got audio before I kick this Friday live stream off. It's gonna be a good one. I say that only because I've taught myself that I should hype things. I don't purely believe that, but in terms of marketing, you should hype things. Before you tell a story, it's not like, oh, you don't care about this, but you said like, okay, the most epic thing ever happened. That's how you should like build it up. So right now, this live stream is gonna be the most epic thing ever. I'm telling you, but are we live? That's the question. One thing you should know about me is that I can't do two things at the same time. It's completely impossible. It actually doesn't seem as we are live. Why doesn't it tell me that? Are we live? No? Oh, well, are we? Yeah, I can see myself. Can you feel? I can't hear myself. Ooh. Yeah, I can see myself. Yes, and so it begins. The epic live stream. The stream where I will get too close to this candle and woof, Jack Queen's wish of my hair disappearing will be happening. It will come. It will happen. Man. Okay, tea time with Alex. That is something I also call this. In this little session, hey Jeff, welcome. I'm bad at multitasking too. Well, actually all of us are, because we can't do it. It's just sequentially really quick interchanging between tasks. But I'm exceptionally bad at it. I can't do it. This stream today, I will share my little journey from the week. I will share some of the fears I've been facing, not too much, but still, yeah, some fears. But I will also go through a little more productive approach. Facing fears is just not in the social context, at least not in my sphere. It's also about sitting down and doing what's hard, putting in the effort that is required. And this week I've been all into the book Deep Work by Cal Newport, and it has changed my life. It will change my life. Starting off with just reconnecting a bit with what happened in last week's live stream. I actually promised to wait. What's happening? I can't hear myself. Oh, I can hear myself. I promised to, or I shared a story in that live stream, and you asked me guys to do that, so I did that. It was about my university time and how it fucked me up. I also promised you guys to tell another story, and I actually just recorded that. I've been sitting here for 40 minutes talking to the camera, and I'm not feeling too good about it. Let me start off like this. When I set out to do something, I want to do it good. I want to do it real good. It's like it's going to be perfect. Perfectionist Alex. So it's a person I have taught myself to have less and less impact in my life, because he makes things not happen. But he still has a lot of control over me. And this week I just have been thinking about how I should tell a story to you guys, and it should be so awesome. But instead of actually doing that, I've just thrown myself into like theory on how to write, how to tell a good story. And that's typical Alex. Instead of actually doing things, I just research the crap out of it, and then I build up I build it up so much that I know so much know so much about it, but it's too much of a pressure to actually accomplish something good. So in the end, like sitting in this morning trying to write how I should tell you a nice story, I just realized that I'm not gonna make it happen. So instead I just freestyled a little video where I shortly told my life story. We'll see if I release that on Sunday or not. I will see if it's any good or if it's just complete shit. But I've learned that you have to start. You asked me to do a story, so I'm starting with telling more stories, and I can iterate from that. I can learn from my first attempt and then become better and better. If you have this perfectionist approach in life, you will automatically fail because you'll never be done. You'll never get to the starting point because it's never as good as you want it to be. Just wanted to put that out there, partially as a learning not to be a perfectionist, but also to let you know that I am working on that. However, getting to the week's tasks, the week's fear facing. Since I did my little smile challenge, I haven't been very social with strangers.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So begin.
I haven't been. Oh man, I can't do two things at the same time. Where am I? No, here I am. Sorry. Why am I gone? Oh fuck. Yeah, as I were. When I have a clear goal, when I have a purpose, it's really, really, really. It's quite easy for me to do these things. When I set out to do 100 smiles, I was just so determined to do it. But when I don't have that out there, it's tougher to get the motivation to go up and talk to people. It comes with much more ease than it used to because I've done it so many times. But that's also when you guys ask me how to make things happen, how to be able to talk to girls and such, I tell you to put up a week goal, because not a week like not strength goal, but a week goal, Monday through Friday, or a day goal, some clear objective so you have something to aim for. Having this clarity means we know what to focus on. If we're just all about, yeah, I should be a more charismatic person, I need to practice talking to people, you don't have it laser beam enough to make it happen, because life happens. You have to make the skill you want to develop a priority. However, for me, I do have this daily fear-facing habit. I need to check off a daily fear-facing thing. So to some extent, I've tried to talk to people. For example, this Monday, I walked past this very beautiful girl, and she was standing talking in her headset, waiting to cross the street. It was a red light, and she was just laughing. She was laughing hugely, genuinely, and it cracked me up. I was so happy, and just instinctively, I walked up to her, and even though she was talking in the phone, I said, "Excuse me, but thank you so much for smiling like that. It's making me so happy, and it's all thanks to you. So continue delivering on those smiles throughout the day." And she smiled and was really happy, and I was happy because I just made that random interaction with the stranger happen. I didn't had like a clear goal, but it was a result of my daily fear facing and just interacting with people daily. And it's so fun to have the ability to do that, to have it close at hand, to be able to talk to strangers like that. But it's something that you need to make happen every day, because you forget about it really, really quickly. As I said, I hadn't really been doing anything in a couple of days because I haven't had any clear objectives. But at least I have my checkbox. I need to fear some face daily. So I think about, what fears could I face today? Yeah, just a little short fear-facing moment I'd like to share. moving on. As I've said, I don't only face fears in like the context of socializing with people I don't know. I had this instant at work where to give you some context, I work as a mechanical engineer for the last couple of months. Since October, I've been doing marketing at this firm for 25% of my time because it's something I'm asked for. I like to develop this area, this content creation. It's just, that's where I really love to put my time. That's where I feel alive. Doing the engineering stuff, not so much. It's fun because it's problem solving, but it's not what I want to do. And this, after having the Christmas vacation, what is really good about getting away from your everyday life is that you get contrast. You get time to think and reflect about what you really want to do in life. That's why it's, I mean, in Sweden we are lucky to have 5 weeks of vacation. I know, like in the States, it's like more 2 or 3. If you know, please let me know. How many weeks do you have in the country where you're living? Or if you're studying, yeah, I guess you have your summer vacation, whatever. It gave me the time to think, and I just felt that I don't want to be an engineer as much as I am. I had this thing growing within me. I knew I had to have this tough conversation with my boss. And it was an identified fear that clearly aligned with where I wanted to go. Having this strategy, this process of facing my fears implemented, that enabled this whole mind, this thinking going on, being able to think that, yeah, I fear to have this conversation. I fear to leave the comfortable for the uncomfortable. No, now I totally lost it because I had comments here. Jared says, most of us have 2 weeks of vacation. Yeah, that's not a lot. We got 5 weeks. That's a whole lot better. Hey Jacqueline, I'm just telling you guys about what happened throughout the week. Some fear facing, and right now I'm about to tell you. I'm in the middle of the story of telling you how I had a tough conversation with my boss. I was saying that coming up from the Christmas holiday, getting some contrast from my life and what I want to do, I realized I had to talk to my boss about going down to work part-time, like perhaps 50%, or just, I don't want to do the engineering as much as I do. And that was the identified fear. So I think it was this Tuesday, just in a random act of fear facing, my boss was walking by and I just, hey, I'd like to talk with you about a thing. And I hadn't even planned to speak about it that day, but it was something that was needed to be said. So we just sat down and I said that I'd like to go down to around 50%, and I'd like to see it happen within the nearest months or so. So we we talked and we worked some things out, and it still isn't clear, but we have come to the conclusion that I'm going to go down and work part-time so I can focus more on partially on this YouTube channel, but also I want to develop my content creation abilities. And as I've spoke about earlier, I want to perhaps start some kind of business where I can do this content creation more professionally. And also I'm going to actually try to take on a selling part for in my role as an engineer, because that's easier to combine with the marketing shit. Okay, too much details. That's what happened. That was one of the scary moments that I faced this week, but it was a big stepping stone for me moving forward towards the kind of life I want to live. Why do you want to work fewer hours? How do you pronounce that? I want to work fewer hours because I have to prioritize this thing. I want to improve my ability to create great content, because that's what I want to do full time in the end. I want to be able to make money out of creating videos that impacts, and not only like YouTube advertising style. I want to have a company where I can help people that seek this as a professional service, creating great videos that impacts. But also in some distant future, I want to have my own company where I just, I don't know, help inspiring people to some extent. It's a dream. I don't have it clearly worked out, but I know I need to burn some of my ships. I need to enable time in my life to actually sit down and work for real on what I really want to do. If I spend my entire weeks getting drained on working for somebody else, it's not gonna happen. That's why I need to go down and work part-time. It's scary, and my family don't probably think I'm a bit crazy for doing so, but I just need to do this. That's why PAIN. Jacqueline says, so what are you planning to do? New company? Then you're gonna have to get serious on YouTube. Yeah, I know. I will get to that. The book of the week, deep work, it's gonna be one of the things that is gonna enable me to get serious. But as I said, what I'm planning to do, I have a few contacts that I've been working with, that I've been doing some videos for, and they in turn have some contacts. So creating videos for businesses to some extent, that's where I'm gonna start out. But I don't know, we'll see. No, I'm not totally clear about my new plan yet. And I'm not gonna go down straight away to work part-time. It's gonna happen like within a couple of months. So I have time to outline the plan. And I am in a situation where I don't have to have a full-time salary coming in. I've saved up money just for this kind of opportunity for me to go back and just live from some savings and do what I want to do, whatever that is. Jared says, as long as you can financially say yes, I say yeah, I get you. So, did you get laid with that girl yet? What girl? Yeah, what girl? I don't know what you're talking about. And no, I didn't. I haven't seen any girl actually. I haven't seen any girls. I did speak about, it was a girl that actually picked me up during the Christmas holiday. She told me I was incredibly beautiful and we exchanged number, and she actually lives really close to me. I did text her this last weekend, but it ended after 2 texts. I was so busy with these things. You see, I addressed that last week too. I find excuses. This is like, oh, it's so prioritized, so I don't spend time on actually doing it. I don't like discussing this because it's a pain point for me. It's scary. Mandel, oh, my best friend. Nice to get a glimpse of you. Stepped into it to say hi. You should see some girls. You need to get some. Thank you, my dear friend. That's true for you as well. You know it is, even though you had your quota filled for the year. PAIN says, what are your thoughts on hiring sex workers? Is it shameful? Yeah, that's totally not in my book. I think it's morally it's just not okay. I'm sure there are persons that they want to do it, but it doesn't feel right for me. So it's just that would never happen. Never ever. If you pay for food, why not pay for a blowjob? Well, because food is a merchandise. A blowjob is you demanding a service from a person that might be very, very no, I just morally don't think it's okay. I don't know what kind of situation that forces that person to be in that kind of situation. I could never know for sure. And why would I even have to pay for something like that? It's an emotional think I'd like to see that happen in a natural way where you're actually building connection. It's something I strongly I have a strong opinion against it. That's just the way. And Jacqueline says, because it's illegal in Sweden, haha, you're a pussy, Alex. Yeah, it's illegal, but I still wouldn't do it if it were illegal. Would you ever pay for a massage, Alex? Huh? Massage with happy ending. Yeah, I would pay for a massage. And I see how you're trying to push the envelope on where to draw the line here, but that's more like a friendly act in the social world we live in, at least. In my book, massage is perfectly fine without the happy ending. And as Jeff say, why pay for something you can get for free? Yeah, I think I didn't expect this topic to have this much attention. Do you have anything else you want to discuss? So it's okay for them to touch you, everybody's bad to have an orgasm. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think. And you're being censored here by YouTube, Jacqueline. You're asking naughty things. Naughty things. Yeah, I just have to, before you guys get too crazy, I have to hit on 2 different points. 2 videos that has inspired me to take on some fear facing, and I just have to tell us about your book. Mandela says, yeah, I will. The food book. Jacqueline doesn't care about the book. The food book, well, that's for another context, Christopher, but very briefly, well, it's actually a big part of me. He has a book? Oh man, it's too much shit going on here. I got 2 books I want to talk about and a fear-facing action. What should I go for here? Since we have the honor of Christopher being a part of us, I'm gonna mention the book. I have a fucked up relationship to food. It's been plaguing my life for many years, and it's like all I think of basically throughout the day is food. That's not completely true, but a lot of energy goes into food, and it's just an issue of mine. I have an eating disorder. So has Christopher, so I'm not alone on this. Mandel is Christopher. I picked up this book, How to Get Control on Binge Eating, and I'm just in the starting chapter of this book, but it's really, really emotional because it brings up so many memories. In my beginning of my 20s, I think this was as it worse, especially during the summers, and I was in a bad spot in that context. So reading this book, it just brings up a whole lot of memories, but it also makes me appreciate where I am today, and I'm gonna really see through the methods that they apply, because she's building up this idea of how you can be totally free from your eating disorder. And I know this isn't interesting in that sense, but I'm just sharing a part of who I am, since that's actually something you asked for. So that's all you're getting on that topic. Okay, tell us more about the food relationship. You have to make up your mind, Jacqueline. Either you want it or you don't. Are you allergic to something? What's wrong with thinking of food? I'm always so hungry, so I think of food too. Is food your coping mechanism? Bad spot, what do you mean? Explain. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about food. You're not even obese. Powwower says, no, I'm not obese. Well, partially due to my over focus on food. When I was a little kid, I was quite fat. I wonder if I have a picture of me when I was a fat kid. I'll see if I'll find it later. But I was a fat kid, so that kind of, I think my low self-esteem I had growing up as a kid, that could be derived from me being a fat, insecure kid. Walking into the showers when you were a small kid and huge and people were making fun of you because you were fat, that hurts. But eventually I hit on a turning point where I was sick for a couple of weeks and I lost a lot of weight, and that was the starting point for me going in the other direction, where I actually stopped eating food and I didn't eat lunch or dinner for some years. That was actually when I went to school with Christopher. Okay, you want me to make a video about it? Yeah, I can make a more detailed video about it maybe. But okay, so just to sum it up a little bit, my relationship to food it went from being a fat kid to being obsessive with working out and eating. To this day, every day I write up everything I eat in my mobile phone. I have to work out daily. I don't allow myself to eat if I don't work out first. That's why I have the morning routine workout every day. Now I do love my workout, but it hurts within if I don't work out before I eat. So with that being said, I think about food all the time because it has been so for so many years, and it's just I have to earn my food, and it's very emotional and it's very fucked up, and I know it's fucked up. And me and Christopher, we actually have a podcast when we talk in Swedish about this thing, because yeah, he's fucked up too. So he's right now trying to resolve this by going to a therapist, and I'm trying to resolve it by reading this book. And as I said, it's so much better than it has been back in the days. I had days where I ate from morning till evening. Right now I'm controlling it in a good way. I have control, but it still drains me of energy, and it takes much bigger room in my life than I wanted to. But also I freaking love food. I love it more than everything else. That's actually one of the reasons for why I don't go out meet girls many times, because the best thing I know is to sit at home and eat in front of a movie. There you have it. That's part of my fucked up relationship. Okay. Jared says, I was once fat too. I know it's a bit rough when you're in school. I count my calories and work out too, so we are kind of similar. Yeah. Tanya Taddy, hey, welcome. Videos about diet would be interesting. Many people have problems with it. You could help many people, Alexander, and a lot of smiles. I do like to help a lot of people. Yeah. Mandel says, I'm fucked up too, as you say. It's an important subject that resonates with your persona. Thanks for sharing. Workout videos are cool with explanation. Okay, so I can sense that there are some interest for getting deeper on this topic. I mean, I love nutrition, working out, and this whole area. I can speak of it with a lot of passion. So if there's an interest there, I for sure can do it. And I mean, I say I work out daily, and I do it because I get to eat as a result, but I love it so much too. The emotions created within, I mean, it's my go-to way. When I feel bad, it's resetting your system. It's all these good emotions, the hormones that are put in your body as a result of you pushing yourself down there at the gym or whatever set context you're working out in. It's just amazing. I just love it. I freaking love it. And I know it can help so many people. Right now, I'm trying to implement a workout regime for my sister because she's in a shitty spot where she feels she's not feeling good mentally. But I know if I could just implement this workout routine with her on her conditions, I know it will help her in so many ways. What are we doing here? I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe that's it for today on that topic. And I wonder where I have that picture of me. I wonder where my picture is. Give me a few seconds and I'll see if I can find it. Nope. Profile. Old me, where am I? Oh, here's my sister, by the way. She's beautiful. Where's young Alex? I know I should be around somewhere. Save pictures. No. Okay, I'll give it 10 more seconds. Where's Fat Alex? Okay, so here's 14-year-old Alex, pimply and all. But that was during the time when I didn't eat anything. And now my brother comes home. Hello. Okay, so I can't find any picture, but I'll promise to pick it up till next time. Okay. Tanya Taddy says, it would be interesting if you tell in a video about how it was when you had problems with weight. It can help other people with their condition. Are you comfortable sharing your childhood? Yeah, I can be, I guess. I actually, before starting this video, I recorded a little video about me summing up my life up till now. I haven't edited it yet. I don't know how it was, but it was a result of you asking for more stories in the last stream. So I had a sit down where I actually recorded some of my life stories. So I'll share that. Maybe Sunday that will be out, and we'll take it from there. I have to receive feedback and taking what you want more of and what not. But I can for sure share some of that if it can help someone. I don't want to put out things just to. It's tough to share things when you put up videos about your personal stories. Like you think, oh, people think I'm putting these up because I want attention. That's never the case. I couldn't care less for the attention, but if I actually can help someone, then there's a true purpose there. Then there's a reason for me to put energy and actually do it. Okay, what's going on here? Jared says, tell your sister to read a book called The Values Factor by Dr. John Frederick Demartini. It has helped me with my depression time. It may help her too. Jacqueline says, shut up, Jared. Why do you say shut up, Jared? He is willing to share some of his life here. Don't put him down for that. Yeah, lots of love to Jared. He's a strong guy, kicking it every day. How's it going with your fear facing? Your goal to get a date, Jared. I know you've been striving for that. Okay, I also want to I have to mention what has impacted me the most this week, and I need to put this awful video picture down. I have been reading this book. Tanya thinks that sharing personal stories is very brave. Well, thank you. You also have to learn how to do it in a good way. There's a difference between storytelling and just telling facts. I've never historically been good at storytelling because I always feel that what I have to say is not of importance. So I very quickly jump to the end point and like no timing, no feeling how I tell it, and I just miss out on how to make it compelling. And actually, if you want to make an impact with a story, you have to present it in a good way. That's just the way it works, and I need to learn those skills since I've always seen myself as a bad storyteller. But I will put out the video on Sunday either way, even if it's shitty, because then I will iterate from that. I will learn from that. I started out this stream talking about perfectionism, something I suffer from, but I will just throw it out and we'll see how it goes. Hey Max, welcome to the stream. Oh, Jared got a date tonight. Sweet. Tell me all about it. How did that happen? I want to know. Yeah, I have to mention the book that is going to change my life. You may not care that much, but I just have to mention it since it has been all that I've been occupied on thinking about this week. For me, it's about facing fears in the discomfort way, in the productive way. I'm all about facing fears, and that means in social context, work context, but also sitting down and doing what requires effort from you. Like presenting a story, to do that in a good way, that means I need to sit down and write for hours to think about what I need to say. But preparing, I hate it. It's god awful. So I need to learn how to do this skill. It's a fear of being uncomfortable and sitting down to do shit that you need to do. This book will change my life because, oh come on, just show it. Deep work. It has presented me with a framework that will just make it happen. It has motivated it, it has put up strategies, and it's just perfect build up for why I need, if we want to make a real difference, we need to take away all distractions and just sit down and do what's needed. And throughout the week, I've been able to implement this in a way that's just mind-blowing in the way I've been able to perform, at least in the work context. Obviously not to full extent in the storytelling part, but I just had to mention this because this week I'm going to look back at this week as the week that changed my life, as the week that made me able to produce more in a more efficient way and having more fun doing so. So just a very brief explanation, just a brief why you should read this too. I just couldn't go on with this stream without strongly recommend it. So now that's out of the way. Okay. You don't need you don't need skill. You just be authentic. Jacqueline says. Am I right, guys? I guess you're talking about me talking bad about my storytelling skills. Probably you're right, and I'm like, since I always have so high, I put up a high bar for myself. That's kind of limiting myself. So even like, yeah, I can be authentic. I'm thinking about how I want to be perfect. So I need to do it to practice how to make it authentic without overthinking things. So that's, yeah. Anyways, I hear what you say and I think you're right, but I also want to present things in a good way. So I need to practice. Tanya Taddy, I love that name. Me too. I think it's better to be more spontaneous about telling your personal story. Just talk to us as you would talk to somebody that you trust. Everybody must appreciate honesty. Again, yeah, I totally hear you. That's okay. Max is actually trying to pick up Tanya here. Oh, that's funny. I don't think that's gonna happen, Max. Just I don't know. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. Always bringing on the pickup lines here. You sound very intelligent. I do love the honest compliments. That's something I work a whole lot with. You should hone in on details. Be very specific. Why is she intelligent? You have to be like, yeah, you said that thing. Just general compliments, they're just general. Always be specific when you're complimenting someone. Like at work, I love giving compliments to people. And I always hone in on specific piece of clothes that they're wearing that I genuinely has taken notice of. Like, oh, she had such a beautiful dress yesterday and today. I actually said that to one of my colleagues because it was true. I really felt that, and she was genuinely happy about it. I took notice of the details. Totally different topic. Jack Coyne is throwing gay words around, but he's getting censored by YouTube. I guess that's good. Where was I? Yeah, I just have to address the whole thing about spontaneous telling stories. As I said, since I've historically has a low confidence in telling stories, that means I have to practice it because I too quickly and jump to the end point. That's just what I want to say. Okay, we've been streaming now for 40 minutes, and previous, as I said just before starting the live stream, I talked to the camera for 45 minutes trying to tell a story, so my voice is running low on energy. Tanya says that low confidence is okay, I think. Well, yeah, it's okay as long as you keep progressing. I don't think you should settle for low confidence in whatever field. I mean, I talk a whole lot about self-esteem, and a lot of the focus for some period of time was only on developing my self-esteem, and my life is just totally changed. I'm enjoying life to uncomparable levels in contrast to when I had a much lower self-esteem. Confidence, that's specific to certain areas. I can have a high confidence in telling stories. So there are different things, and I don't know why I brought that up, because you probably knew that. Tanya have to go now. Tanya, thank you so much for bringing some feminine touch to this stream. Love to have you here. Have a nice weekend, evening, and I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone because, as I said, I need to go as well. Alex is not brave enough to be honest with us, or is he? Well, yeah, I am. Don't dare me. I'm always trying to be honest and authentic. I'm just saying I can do it in an even better way. Those words are gonna close this little stream down. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm enjoying these little moments more and more. Nice having this little thing. Oh, Christopher is still with us. Been really nice having you. We'll see if I'll come visit you next week or not. I wonder how that will impact the stream. Maybe there will be a live stream from your place. I don't know. Okay. I'll leave you with that. Have a great weekend, guys. Go out there, face some fears. And yeah, as I've now promised you guys, the story video will be out Sunday. It's not too specific. Yeah, you should hype it. It's a great storytelling video. It entails me telling the story of my life from kid to like my years now, but it's not so much in on details, and maybe it's the same story as the last week. I don't know. Hype it, Alex. It's great. See you next video. Bye, guys.